Hello everyone, welcome back to Dancy Plays. I'm Dancy. This is my friend Larson.
Can't believe it.
He is being thrown around this case like a rag doll.
I'm been quadruple bamboozled. Can't believe it.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you. Shit, I can't hear the audio. Alright, editing Taylor, we're back.
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Can you do it for me?
Fine.
Fine, fuck. I guess
Waste
I'll
your
tell
time
you.
if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
OS.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that,
Really?
Oh my god.
I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room.
Sorry.
But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
It's
First
bullshit.
you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Okay. I'm hungry. So editing Taylor, you're just gonna have to cut this out real quick.
Yet another episode where editing Taylor hates us.
Okay, you can come back editing Taylor.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But if that's true, isn't it a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. I'm gonna find out who killed me. I mean, Sakura. Oh god.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and
I
then...
was like, whoopsie.
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched
I know
the
what to do.
powders.
You know what to do.
Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab.
Oh.
That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
But there were two
First, I
holes
went
in her
to Section
story.
C. That's when I grabbed the poison. And you
We
spilled
gotta
some of the
treat this
yeah.
one hole at a time.
Okay, and
I
then
moved from section C to section...
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left the footprint.
A case where they all think they killed her.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
Hina, you're supposed to be the culprit. How dare you?
Fucking Kyoko outed herself.
you lied to us. Plain and simple.
And I don't appreciate
If you
being
look at
lied
the
to.
footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
well, you see...
This isn't the first time she's poisoned her.
What the? What the hell? What's going on here?
Wait a minute.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
That's true. I told you.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh, you can't fucking do that. Okay. I'm pretty sure in the
Ma'am?
actual court of law that's illegal to do.
New evidence?
I mean, this court of law is
Impossible,
ran
there
by a
can't be.
bear.
True.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
It's illegal to withhold evidence from the court.
Panakuma just likes the drama.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly...
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
I'm also
Makoto,
concerned you
why
may
don't
have
you explain
drank
it?
glass.
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
The shard of light blue glass that Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
To the wall.
Oh,
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, section A of the shelf?
I got it!
That's
The
probably
bottle
wrong.
of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said.
She took it with
right,
her, but I
Hina?
don't remember her saying she left it anywhere.
And yet, Somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
And everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died...
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
God, I bet the voice actor had a time. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. There's shards of glass underneath the can. Oh my god.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
I broke the window. If I concentrate on that.
When it comes to
I'm
that
confused.
protein can, there's not a doubt in my
Wait,
mind.
but it was empty.
Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're someone plant? No. It had to have been.
It had to be! It was in there before the rec room was unlocked!
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Yeah. Did you see that, Taylor? Another streak of shots that I never got wrong. All
Yeah.
in a row.
For sure. Editing Taylor didn't just play all of your fails multiple times in a row just to make you look worse.
Oh, yeah.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. He also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison?
And here we come to the culmination of
I thought
it
we
all.
all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already! Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before
He's
we get to
being
that, we need
nice.
to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
the one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It must have been... Hina, right?
That's right, I killed Sakura. Me, I'm the blackened. What does it matter who got what from where and took it wherever? Let's just hurry up and vote to get this over with.
Shoot!
Shit.
It could have been... I get Hero? It's gonna be wrong again.
What? Why me? I don't even wear tennis shoes.
How would she... she did stand up, sure, but...
Shoot!
Could she have walked all the way over?
There was yellow powder on her feet.
Oh, yeah.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Good thing I got that on the first try.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. That rhymed. Now I have to hit it with Hina with it. I have to make her accept it.
The moment of truth.
I know
Dance
all the
Dance
facts.
Revolution.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar!
It's so intense.
Wrong.
Why is this
You're
so
wrong.
intense?
So
Stayla.
intense. You're
Wrong.
wrong.
You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
That's right, bitch.
That's right, bitch.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Do I have to select her fucking crossed out portrait?
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
It was you! Points to the portrait.
The game quintuple duped me. Oh god.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
How does that work in this case, though? Why would Monokuma do this to us?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Man just loves the drama.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
So I don't understand, if we pick someone else, everyone would just die? Like no one would live?
Yeah.
That's
Because you
what?
already knew Sakura was dead.
Great. Good job, Monokuma. I would have ended well for you.
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
She likes dead bodies.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Maybe she's the ultimate dead body.
What are you talking about?
She's the ultimate zombie.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. That explains everything
You
now.
said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone.
Ogre.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You
I
have to
haven't
end
made a
this
comic
properly.
yet.
We have to end this properly.
We have to end this properly next time on Dancy Plays.
Oh, God.